I made a terrible mistake. After something as small as a coffee mishap, I told my husband to leave. At the time, I convinced myself I needed space to think. But now that he's gone, I realize I shattered something fragile between us. I'm terrified I push him away for good, and I don't know how to make him feel safe with me again. We're newly married, and up until this, we were genuinely happy. I'm 38, he's 33, and lately he's been struggling with painful kidney stones. Just last night, we were at the hospital for what we hoped would be his final procedure. Everything went smoothly, and today we even left the hospital lighthearted. On the way home, we stopped for coffee and donuts, a little treat to celebrate. As we got out of the car, I set the drinks on the roof while I reached for our bag. One of the cups collapsed, spilling hot coffee all over my hands and legs. Startled and hurting, I turned toward him. He was standing there, and in a teasing tone, he said, "What happened, little friend?" It's a phrase we've always used playfully when one of us messes up, but in that moment, tired, sore, and stung, it didn't feel playful. It felt like he was mocking me. Frustrated, I kicked the empty cup that had rolled under the car. The remaining coffee splashed onto the car door, and even inside, since the door was still open, it all happened so fast. He got upset about the mess, and I snapped that I didn't care about the car. Then he grabbed another cup from the roof and hurled it hard toward the sidewalk. He froze after, but the gesture shook me, not because I thought he'd hurt me, but because it felt like his frustration was directed at me. I cleaned up the mess in silence and went inside. Then I grabbed my things, left the house, and sat at a nearby cafe trying to process everything. I sent him a message explaining how I felt and suggested maybe he should leave for a few days. Or I would. I truly thought I needed space. He agreed to go. When I came home later, we talked before he left. That's when I realized his reaction wasn't about anger toward me at all. His hand had gone numb from procedure, and the cup slipped. It wasn't violence. It was frustration and loss of control. I told him I regretted asking him to leave and wanted him to stay, but he chose to go anyway. Since then, I've reached out, apologizing and asking him to come back. He said he still needed a few days. And I get it now. He feels like I kicked him out when he was vulnerable, recovering from surgery. We live in my apartment, and even though I never said it was my place, I can see how he felt disposable, as if I had the power to push him out just like others have in his past. The truth is, I feel awful. The night before, his mother had told me about her toxic marriage and years of psychological abuse. Those words lingered in my head, and when the coffee incident happened, I let that fear color my perception of my husband. I reacted to ghosts, not to him. He has always been gentle, kind, and safe. My reaction was extreme and unfair. We both stayed calm. No shouting, no name-calling, but the damage was done. I kicked a coffee cup. He threw one. Yet I only focus on his action, not mine. People online told me the harsh truth. I made him feel unsafe and unwanted over nothing. And they're right. He had just come out of the hospital. He needed comfort, not rejection. Being newly married should mean leaning on each other, not showing each other the door when things get hard. By telling him to leave, I broke his trust. I made him question his place in our home and our marriage. That's a wound I'll have to work hard to heal. After reading people's responses, I sat down and wrote him a letter. I told him I understood if he wanted to end things, but I begged for one chance to talk. I apologized deeply. No excuses, just regret. I sent him a photo of the letter. A few hours later, he came home. We talked through everything. I won't share every detail, but we reached an understanding. He decided to stay. We both know there's work to do, but we're willing to do it together. To those who gave me blunt advice, thank you. It was painful to hear, but it forced me to take responsibility. I made a painful mistake, but I'm lucky my husband still believes our marriage is worth saving. And so do I.